Welcome to the Den of Tools.
Howdy ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the old Den of Tools. And today we're here to talk about, yep, you probably guessed it, we're talking Hercules Brushless, and they're coming at you with an impact. It's not a big impact. Actually, these things are pretty tiny. We got the 3/8 compact, 3-speed impact wrench tool only. Now, they call it a compact. I guess it's not a subcompact. It feels a lot smaller than I think it is. It looks definitely smaller. So we got it in the 3/8 for $90, or for $100, one Benjamin there, you can get the 1/2-inch compact 3-speed impact wrench. So this thing here, we've been waiting for, them to release more Hercules tools, preferably more brushless. And here we get a twofer in some tools that people have been really looking for. Now, I will say I am surprised at what we got here, because I was expecting them to come out with the big punching, heavy hitting torque numbers first. These are economy price. This thing is cheaper than the freaking than the Bauer. I mean, how much is the Bauer there? I think it's like $120. I don't know. We'll talk more about it here in just a moment. But we're going to show you some, a little bit hands-on, paws-on, I should say. Actually, I let Jeff do it because, as I said, it's stupid hot outside. And I'm not going out there, not with this fur. We're down here in Vegas packing up the house. We're leaving Las Vegas, at least for now, and trying to get rid of some stuff. If you need some VHS tapes, hit me up, because I got a few thousand of them I need to get rid of. Anyway, that said, let's take a look at some of the performance on this, just to pause on, and see how it handles some lug nuts, just to give you a quick glimpse, first overlook, if you will. All right, here we go. We got it in hand, or in paw, as it were. This thing is, I gotta say, it strikes you as small. You pick this thing up. If you're used to a lot of the other budget impacts that are out there, this definitely falls in that kind of budget range at $100. The 3 power settings, it's just simple, easy to use, not a lot of flash, just does what it's supposed to do, and the package is supposed to do it in. We'll throw on a battery there, and let's see what it can do. By the way, the battery has all of 2 bars on it. I didn't have time to charge it. AKA, we were out celebrating the daughter's birthday last night, and I forgot to put it on the charger. So let's see what we can do. All right. We got here the Ram 3500 Cummins. Lug nuts, I think these are like 150 foot-pounds of torque. Take that off. Well, there you go. As you can see, it handles. Now, remember, that's a Ram 3500 Cummins 4x4 mega cab. That's a big truck with some those things. Who knows when the last time they were properly torqued. But it got them off okay. It's certainly not the big heavy hitting kind of impact wrench. This thing, I see this more as getting in tighter places with that tapered head that we see on there. It's really going to allow you to get into some smaller places you can't with some of these torpedo style impact wrenches. Now, as to the numbers, now the front of the box, they come out here and they claim all sorts of stuff, well, it's Harbor Freight. 555 foot-pounds of breakaway torque. Not sure how they got that number. Nice alliteration there. 555. I don't know. It's a good looking tool. It feels good in the hand. The speed selector is interesting there. 6-inch overall length. Now, of course, they got all their asterisks everywhere. Typical kind of thing here. Powerful, 33% more torque than brush motors. Now, the good thing is they actually have their asterisk right down here compared to standard Herc 20-volt brush tools. It's 32% more compact. 2 asterisks, that says, compared to similar products in its class. Weighs 2.7 pounds. Built to withstand job site abuse. Yeah, if you say so. I mean, it does. It feels as good, as sturdy as any of the other tools. Well-made, trendy kind of power tools that people are buying these days. It's right in there as far as build quality on that. It's got the nice little LED light. Everything. There's nothing about it that I'm like, oh, this is terrible. I like the size. I like small compact power. I want as much compact power in as small a setting as possible. Now, the one thing we do have to say, let's go down to the specs real quick. We talked about the 33 foot, we talked about all that, blah, blah, blah. We come down here. It does have, there should be an asterisk for this. Maximum torque is 322. So I'm not sure how they get the 555, advertising, marketing math. I don't know. But they're saying 322. It feels, like 322, but we can do better than that. We can do one better than that because our buddies over at the Torque Test channel came up and said, hey, can we do like a collab with you? So they're going to send us some info. Here we go. Let's take a look at their numbers. We got a sneak peek, and then they did their own video with even more stuff on it. Let's take a look at the numbers they got. All right, let's jump into it and see what we can do. We're going to do tightening first. I say they're going to do tightening first. And let's see how the Herc shows up here. Honestly, for the money, not terribly surprised about that. Yeah, it's brushless, and yeah, it's in the Hercules line, but at $100, I mean, I gotta tell you, go and check out their I think they test the Cobalt, which is another one, the compact Cobalt. I really wanted to see that, but let's see what it does in reverse here. The nut busting power. Let's go. Oh wow, something happened to the video there. I guess it stuck. Don't know what happened there. Guess you'll just have to go over to their channel, Torque Test channel. I'll have a link down below. You can go over there and watch the rest of the video and see the full review of this tool. I gotta say, if you like hard data-driven analytics the way I do, you gotta subscribe to these guys. Well, there you go. Of course, not quite up to, nowhere near the 555, but pretty close to the 322, within shooting distance. One thing I'll say for this definitely isn't going to be everyone's cup of tea, all right? It's definitely not the most hard-hitting impact out there. It's not the smallest. There are subcompacts out there. They may not put out as much as this, but they're smaller in size. But if you're in the Hercules line already, at least this is a breath of fresh air, something you've been looking for. I gotta say, I like the size, the compactness. I'm probably going to keep it around for this, that, and the other thing. The other thing, though, if you look at it at the price here, that's the list price, $100. At list, I believe this probably is, I'll have to check the math, go over and look at Torque Test channels, their final numbers. I think it was the best bang for the buck. Like I'm saying, the most torque foot-pounds per dollar there you put out there. I think it's in top place for that, if not for anything else there. Anyway, let's talk about where this fits in the whole environment over at over the whole Harbor Freight. So right now, I think we got 6 tools total. That's easy for you to say. We got, as far as brushless Hercules tools, we got the circ saw, we got the 2 new impact wrenches, we got the recip saw, the grinder, and the multi-tool, okay? So that's great to see more brushless stuff coming out. Now, I did talk to my contact. I reached out to him, and they're sending out a 20-volt grease gun, which should hit in November. Look at my notes over here. A brushless paddle switch angle grinder in January, a cutout tool in February, a brushless compact recip, in March, compact right angle in June, brushless jigsaw we're basically a year out on the brushless jigsaw, and a brushless 5-inch random orbit sander in August. You know what I don't see on that list? I don't see a brushless hammer drill, I don't see a brushless drill, and I don't see a brushless impact driver. I think that's what 99% of the people want to see. But what are your other options here over at the Harbor Freights? Well, they got the Bauer. That we've been looking at that. That's a pretty big one. It's a nice DIYer one. You get the Bauer there. I think it's the tool only there for $120. This is actually cheaper than the Bauer. It's more compact, but you got to get into the Hercules line to do it, which is going to be a little bit more expensive with batteries and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I got to look at the batteries again on the Bauer. I have both of these. And I got to tell you, if I was reaching for one or the other, I would grab the Hercules without even thinking about it. There's the compact size and about the same specs on it. I would definitely go that route. Now, here's the other stuff they have. We have the Hercules 12-volt. We got a 3/8 in the 12-volt. We got a 1/4 inch in the 12-volt. But here's the big thing you need to think about. Earthquake is dead, man. It's just gone. I've had several insiders reach out to me. I've been hesitant to talk about it before this, because I didn't want them to get in trouble. But at this point, it's clear what's going on. The word is, officially from inside the halls over at Harbor Freight Corporate, is that Earthquake is going away. All of it. All of it's going away. Take that back. All of it, all the cordless stuff is going away. So if we see here, we look at what's left in the Earthquake line right now, in the cordless line. We got the 1/2-inch impact. We got the 1/2-inch impact with the longer anvil on it. We got the 3/4 extreme impact, and then we got clearance on the 3/8, we got clearance on the grinder, and we got clearance on the grease gun that came out not too long ago. This line is going away. It's a dead tool line walking. I hate to say it. Now, for those of you who are in it, the good news is AC Delco makes, these are clone made by the same company that makes the tools for AC Delco. So you can buy the AC, make sure there's a couple different lines in AC Delco. But there is a battery out there that fits this, and they're interchangeable. I've tried them. They work just fine. Now, remember the caveat I threw in there that was only for the cordless stuff. Well, as we can see, they've come out with the Skittles colors now for the air impacts. I think Earthquake is becoming the air tool only line. They're a pro grade line. They're good air tools. They're not bad at all. But as you can see there, they've come out with 5 colors there. We got orange, gray, gunmetal gray, blue, yellow, and red. So you can choose your pretty little colors there for your air impacts. Anyway, it was a huge thank you to Torque Test Channel for sharing that data with me. Again, not all the data. That was just a quick sample. You want to go and watch their video over there. They're a fantastic channel. If you haven't subscribed to Torque Test Channel, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Clearly not living right, if you ask me. Anyway, that's all the Bear has for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.